Okay, this is gonna be the third fucking video. Wow, I'm not uploading for like a month and then again uploading a lot. Yeah, I'm really on the grind right now and I really feel like making videos, so that's what I'm gonna do until I don't feel like making videos anymore. But this video is very special because I'm gonna make a very quick video. It don't gotta be too long and shit. And I'm just want to talk about some great music, and that music is called Minecraft music. And what Minecraft music is, it's very special. It's very simple. Let me just open a project here. Don't look at my names. It's this one. Yeah. Okay. So Minecraft music is something very special because Minecraft music um just is so simple, but it's just so beautiful, and it's just so nice, and it's so simple but so nice. And I tried to recreate it twice, so I'll be showing you two beats I made, but this is gonna be very fast, so I won't go in depth, but you will know a little bit of the thingies. So analog lab is loading in right now, so that's why it's taking so long. But yeah, this is the full beat. As you can see, it has very much things because it's not just any hip hop beat. It's just very nice. So let's open the pad and see what kind of instrument it is. By the way, I will not be showing all the instruments because that will be taking too long, and then my whole idea will go away. But a lot of patterns, and let's just go. This is very simple. This is literally just an A sharp minor chord with a seventh chord, and then a G sharp seventh chord minor. So it's very simple, and with a nice omnisphere atmospheric. It's from Omnisphere, nice atmospheric sound. You could probably find it in the pad somewhere, and it sounds like this. Doesn't it feel like you're already floating? But yeah, that just repeats in the entire song. Then I added a bass, which just follows the bass notes. But the bass is very special because it's cut up and has like very it has different progressions. So this is the bass. So how I got this bass is not from any VST. I just went to the fantasy pack from Cymatics and chose Juno 60 bass white. I made some different adjustments. Um, and then I made a little ARP. This is literally the first preset you're gonna have in Omnisphere, and it's just a little texture. So yeah, that's just also, and then also another textured pad which just adds more. So again, and then later in the song we're adding a little very Minecrafty lead. Very reverbed and stuff like that, and it always has that very reverby and wide feel. At some songs, it's not generalizing all Minecraft songs, but some of them, and then a little bit punchier and more clear and dry instruments punch through, like this bell, for instance. And then Noisescapes, I call it that, but it is basically just ambience. And that just repeats. And I'll let you hear some parts. So it starts here, slowly builds up, and then here you have the first cut up bass. As you can see, this is the bass, but it's cut up, so it isn't repeating. And as you can see, I left it very empty, and just sometimes the bass come in, and this is where basically all the patterns come together. So yeah, that's really it, and then here comes the bells. As you can hear over there, you saw that I normally bass would go boom, 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 something like that. But here I left it empty, so it has a really open and spacey feel, and then again the bass comes in and gives like that amazing, amazing feel. Um, then for the second part, the tempo actually gets upped to 120, and some kicks and snares come in. The same ambience pad and same noisescape keep in, but then I changed the lead. Instead of just being some thing in the background, it actually becomes a very dominant instrument, and this is the pattern I played. That's not the pattern I played. I'm sorry, that's still in 100 BPM. Or my telephone is beeping. My phone is fucking. I'm getting messages. I'll just put it up here. Um, Only thing I changed in the second part is just this one goes a little bit higher. Um, and then an arpeggio, but this is a very special arpeggio. Because it has a lot of dynamic changes inside of the song, so it isn't like a straight pattern. But this is what the dry pattern sounds like. And then a little flute. And basically you have to drop here because you have to kick. Kick. It's very punchy kick for a Minecraft song, but it works. And then the snare. This is still. And then the hi-hat. It just keeps differentiating, but in the drop you have a little bit of a build up, not very much, but then it has like a high pass filter on the master, and that slowly becomes less high passy. So let's just view the drop. keeps repeating like that until it comes to this part where again a high passed arp starts coming in, and then the flutes at the second part when the high pass is removed from the arp or the arpeggio, however you want to call it, because they were clashing a little bit, and then the high pass is removed, and then the flute gets removed, and then only the arp comes in, and then just goes like that. It also has panning, so it goes from left to right, to left to right, so it sounds very nice. And then boom, quiet when the bass is coming in. And then at the end here you also have the R, but it's just it's playing very quietly and doesn't have much else going for it. But that was a very quick summary. I didn't even show the mixing because yeah, you don't really have to. Just imagine like reverb on everything. But this is gonna be a quick video because of that. Just I wanted just to show you Minecraft music and how you could make it if you want to. How you could make Minecraft music if you wanted to. You could, and it isn't that hard. You just have to understand the logic behind it. I personally don't really fully understand Minecraft music, but now that I'm making this, I slowly start to grasp the vast, huge library of. No, I'm not gonna talk. Just it's very complex, but also very simple. But you have to keep it moving. It doesn't need to be a very long, but it just has to need. To, if you're a hip hop producer, you just make a 5 bar, 9 bar, maybe 16 bar loop with just only the same thing repeating with some differences. But here you have to keep it moving. It's like a piano piece. You have to keep moving the pieces, because otherwise it will become boring. Look, if you're an artist and you're a rapper, you're gonna rap on that and you're thinking, yeah, this is a hard beat, and then you are the instrument. But here, you only have the instruments, so you need to keep the whole thing moving and make a dynamic beat, or beat music more. And it needs to be dynamic, and some elements can come in and then go out again, but doesn't need to be too fast, because then it would be unlistenable. And yeah, so you got to keep it moving. Even maybe the song is like then 1 minute long, it's still better than a 10-minute song with just the same thing, because then the people listening to it will get bored. And also, you need to think like, if you're listening to this on your bed, and like, is this like, does this make me feel like I'm gonna float and like lift off to another earthly dimension or something? I mean, you gotta think about that. You gotta make the most vibey thing ever. And of course, you can make Minecraft music, because Minecraft music is also special because of the nostalgia people have when they're listening to it. But you can still recreate it, and this is what I did here with more typical Minecraft music. Yeah, I'll just show you, or let you hear it. 68 BPM. Let's go. So as you can hear, I have a little bit of bell melody. It looks very complicated, but it's just it's basically the dun 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 dun, and then just harmonizing notes like G, G, D, D, basically on the first note, and it's just copying the first note but just an octave lower. And then we have Glockenspiel. That is basically it's copying the bell melody, but some parts are left out, so it's in plaats van geen Nederlands hier. Hè. Instead of this just being dun 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 dun. So even though it's the same notes and basically melody, it sounds very different, even though it's basically the same thing with just a few new components. And then here it just fully copy the bell melody. And then we have a little bit of high action. I actually show you this because there was basically just the same instrument as this. It just does a little bit of high, but you don't want this playing all the time, so it comes in like. And the sound I chose was very beautiful, of course, because otherwise I couldn't make this, but still, you can make this with any sound and still have it sound pretty nice. So this is the everything together with the bass, and the soundscape is just again some windy ambience, not important. Then a little transition riser, very simple. And then the most beautiful thing about Minecraft music, and that is the leads that they use. They make gliding leads and they're very nice. Listen. Okay, I forgot to remove that thing at the beginning. Like. I could have chosen a little softer lead, because it's called soft lead, but it's more like a hard lead. But it sounds so nice, and if you listen to it, it just sounds like Minecraft music. Let's just hear it. Slowly coming in, slowly coming in. that's the full entire thing. So beautiful. And I talked about this one a little bit more because the other one does sound like Minecraft music, but it has a little bit of my own elements. Like it's more like a vibey thing than really Minecraft music. But this like embodies Minecraft music. Like this is like if you would play this at sunset while playing Minecraft, or you're just mining and it's just nothing, and then suddenly this came on with a little bit better mixing, of course, and more fucking magic that makes it sound better, of course. But if this would come on, I wouldn't even think like, wow, this is very weird. It doesn't sound like. I would think like this is Minecraft music. Like this is chill. This is what I want to listen to. I would just not as loud as it was now. It's a little quieter, but it's still very good. And for mixing, I didn't really do anything special. Of course, I just made a master. It's actually useless because I didn't put the gain up. Then I just cut the lows of the glockenspiel. The bell has a little bit highs and lows out of it, so it doesn't clash as much with the glockenspiel. Then I add Valhalla plate to the soft led to make a little bit more reverby because it was a little too harsh. Then we have Omnisphere. I just cut out everything because it had a little bit of tone. This is the soundscape, by the way, the ambience, because it had a little bit of tone in it, which was clashing. And then the bass has just this EQ, like a very standard bass EQ. All the highs out, and then the lows a little bit boosted. The bass literally says over here bass boosted, and then just the lows left with, and then that was really everything. And still, and I did a little bit of playing, because if you would just glockenspiel and soft that together, it will be too much. Because Minecraft does do that. It starts slow, and then eventually it's like really loud and really big orchestra, and then it boom nothing. And that's what I embodied in the last beat that I showed you. It also embodies that, like very loud and then bam nothing. But here it just creates that feel like a little too much. It's just a little too loud, so I just made the lead slowly come in until the halfway part, and then glockenspiel just bum, no sound, and then here it slowly comes up, but it doesn't really need to because it doesn't play after this. It doesn't play anymore. But so, and then the lead just here goes on a solo with good volume, and it just makes it sound so good. So I hope you like this like fucking 23-minute video about me talking about Minecraft music. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. And farewell.